Told you I go live. It's a Sunday. We're live. Get this done. So, and are hanging out at a little bit of a different place. Kind of an awesome place. We are in New Orleans, National World War II Museum. And right across that red building over there, that is Confederate Memorial Hall. Another place that's near and dear to my heart. So we're here, hanging out, seeing what everybody's doing on this beautiful day, because it is a beautiful day today. It's not cold, it's not snowing, which is the greatest thing. And I'm just chilling out. So I wonder if anybody's gonna join me morning. Kind of hope so, but I don't think so, because got a couple games going on. So believe me, if they're in it, I'll be watching too. So, oh man, I look rough today. But that's what happens, you don't get a lot of sleep. So anyways, y'all, just gonna say what's up to everybody, see how everybody was doing, talk a little bit about history on select. My boy right now, Scott, is heading down to Florida doing a couple things over there. So stop by the Museum of Shadows. Got a couple cool little things in there, so that might be a spot too. We'll see. My brother Wayne is hanging up in Pennsylvania, so I'm pretty sure he's a little bit colder than we are today. Only reason why I got my shirt is just because I have a whole bunch of stuff in my pocket and I didn't feel like carrying it. So anyways, yeah, I kind of figured we weren't really going to get anybody on. I was going to try. Need to get a lot more subscribers. That's something that has to become mandatory in the next few days. Got to figure out how to do that. So, but if you are on, or you happen to hop on, feel free to share this on Facebook and all the other things. Help us out greatly. So we definitely got to build up that little bit of notoriety, fan base. So it's kind of hard with this mug on it all the time. I'm trying to see if I can get Jen to get on every once in a while and do a live. See if I can get Wayne to do a live from up in Pennsylvania and Gettysburg. See if I can get Scott to do a live one time, hanging out down in the Bay or over here. So we'll try to get a lot of different lives going. But so yeah, I'm thinking a lot about 1901 through 1944 and 1945 today. So just because of the surroundings. So got to see a lot of cool stuff. Got to see things that I totally forgot about. So it's pretty cool. Still got a couple things to go through. So, but anyway, y'all. So talking about history. History, preferably in the United States, preferably somewhere in the South, in like a 4-state radius, because that's all we can really get to right now. What do you guys want us to investigate? Where do you want us to go? What do you want us to do? What do you want to learn about? What do you want us to investigate? What do you want us to do research on? Let us know, because we won't always do like paranormal investigations. We're going to do a few. We're also going to pick little tidbits here and there about history, things that people don't know. And we're going to, put those out there too, so that way people can learn about them. So it's interesting, all the things that have happened, and people don't really know. So people get brought to their attention. So you have all these different ideas, all these different things that are going around, but nothing is as accurate as those people's actual work, which is something that I really like, and it's something that I love to see. As a matter of fact, over here, World War II Museum, they have a spot where you can actually go and choose a veteran of World War II. You sit down to him, you press a button, and you ask a question. He'll answer you back. It's freaking out. And it's not AI. It's the actual person that they videotape that's telling you their stories. So, it's awesome. Also got a few other little things popping off here and there. So, one of the coolest things is, so if I play my cards right, we're going to have a pretty significant investigation. I don't want to say too much on it because I don't want to jinx it. It's a place that I guarantee you nobody has ever investigated at before because it's hard to get to. Number one, it's on an island. Number two, it's pretty much ran by the National Park Service. So we will be out there for a couple little things. We're going to be out there for a living history event. And while we're there, we may be doing an investigation. Shall see. So it's not set in stone. Proposal is still in the works. So that's something that we will hopefully do soon. Might actually try to do it during the summer. It's going to be hot and miserable. We're still going to try to do it then. Maybe June or July. There's a couple other things that we want to investigate that I'm going to try to get us into. I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. I'm going to try. But it's just all this. There's a lot of places that don't want to be involved with any of this. And there are other places that really want to, but they're going to charge you $500 to get into for 3 hours, which is ridiculous. So we're also going to start doing, if you guys are local and in the area, we're going to start doing investigations that you come on with us. And what we'll do is, we're going to have to charge it because, wait till you hear exactly what it is first. We're doing an investigation, but you're going to be there. You're going to be the ones that are performing the investigation. And we are going to be going behind you, watching you do the investigation and everything else. And then whatever evidence you collect, we put that on a DVD and then we give it to you. So you basically become the stars of your own little investigation DVD. Just kind of cool. Something we did a long time ago, but it's something we're going to try to get into again. So, my head is not straight and my OCD is killing me now. Sorry. Right here. There we go. A little bit better. But I was hoping to get a few more people on. Usually I get a lot of people that are on my lives, but I don't know. I guess maybe YouTube is turned to one of those groups that they don't want to show my live because, one reason or another. I don't know. Maybe they're against the prayer, maybe they're against other things. Maybe they're actually upset about the truth of history coming out in some areas. I just don't know. But it is what it is. I'm rambling. Yes, I know I'm rambling, but I'm also trying to give time for some other people to pop on here. So. Here's a quiz for you. Anybody know what the first submarine was to be used in warfare and actually successfully sink a ship? I know. I want you guys to research it. If you don't know, research it. If you do know, what the hell? Go ahead and post it in the comments. I'll give you a hint. It was retrieved, I believe, 2010, just outside of Charleston Harbor. And it's now in a big, huge tub over in Charleston Harbor, where it's got a little museum attached to it where you can actually go and see it. I haven't yet. It's on my bucket list. It's one of the things I really want to do. I also have a really cool exhibit here at the World War II Museum that is on the Ang, which was one of the most successful submarines in World War II. It had 5 missions, and on the 5th mission, it unfortunately got sank. And not a lot of people survived it, but there were some survivors. So that's really cool to kind of see that too. But I'm a history nerd anyway, so I love anything to do with history. Uh-oh. Gotta relight. There it is. I got it. Hardest. Yeah, that's not fun. So, but anyways, so I'm pretty sure everybody knows the story about how we got into the war in the first place, II that is. That, of course, was the bombing of Pearl Harbor. December 7th, 1941. Daylight. It was just barely daylight when it happened. Did massive amounts of damage, killed a lot of servicemen. So, yeah. On the very somber and shell-shocking side a little bit to know that that actually happened back then, and that's what kind of drew us into the war. Then, of course, once that happened, and Japan basically declared war on us, Germany did also right afterwards. So, one of the coolest things, this is not a lot of people know, is the Civil Air Patrol, which has a very honorable background. Was basically an auxiliary of the United States Air Force, and their job during World War II was to patrol the coastlines and sink submarines. That's originally what they were for. And they did. I think they sank 4 and spotted like 11 or something like that. I can't remember the exact numbers. I don't have them in front of me. But the Civil Air Patrol was originally enacted and established for that reason. So they were our coast protectors along with the Coast Guard and the boats on the water. So fast forward several years, and now the Civil Air Patrol does a lot of cadet learning. They have cadet squadrons, which are for middle school and high school kids, and it's basically kind of like their precursor to getting into the military. And it's like the ROTC. The only difference with this is ROTC is strictly schools. This is not in schools. This is a program outside, because they also have senior members, which I was for a long time. Might get back into it, I'm not sure. But the Civil Air Patrol, we do have flying squadrons. We're mainly right now a search and rescue. We also have ground teams, which is what I was a part of. And on the ground teams, you go through. At any time an emergency beacon goes off, basically, that's where we'll get the call. Say there's a down plane, they're receiving an ELT or an emergency beacon off for this plane in this area. Now, sometimes it ends up, especially being around the New Orleans area, ends up being a ship where they're refurbishing it, they're painting it, they take one off, and those are also designed where if it capsizes, it flips over, a switch drops down, makes contact with another sensor, and that's what sets it off. So sometimes that actually happens as well. It can be a boat instead of a plane, but it's any of the ELTs, and they're all pretty much the same. So, and a lot of times we get that call too. But what they do is the planes will go out first if it's a heavily wooded area. They'll get a basic if they can't see the wreckage, they'll get a basic idea of exactly where it's coming from. And then the ground teams will go out, usually in packs of 10 or 12 in squads, and we'll go out, will search the grounds. And then you have, usually if you're lucky, you'll have 2 or 3 ground teams, and each one of them has one antenna man. And which you're listening for that little dee, dee, dee of the actual beacon itself. When you hear that, you can usually kind of triangulate where it's going. You hold it up and you twist it around a little bit, and you realize that you're getting a lot stronger signal over this way than you are this way. That the ELT is probably going to be that way a little bit more. So you'll go that way and kind of set up. And it's real technical, but it's something that's really, really cool. So if you got kids that are kind of interested in search and rescue or being a first responder or anything like that, try to get them into patrol. It's a good way to get them in. It's fun. It teaches them structure. I was in a composite squadron for a while, LA 093. And I know my kids hated me because I was one of their, we had a ground team leader. I was second in command for ground team. And I went, every time it was PT night, we did PT. So it was fun. I know they hated me for a little while, but they all got. So then I was down in Florida with a squadron down there a while. Then I went to a senior squadron, which was a flight-based squadron. And it really wasn't that fun, but it wasn't. So just because planes, especially that small, give me a C-130, I'm good. A little Piper Cub or a little Cessna, not so much. So, but anyways, my town's getting right now on a Sunday afternoon. So I would do filming inside of the World War II Museum, but videotape in there. You can take pictures, but you can't videotape. So, but I'll be posting a lot photos and things like that later, so you guys can actually kind of see. But if there were people on, I'd say, hey, ask questions, and I'd answer them. There's nobody on, so I'm going to ramble on and on and on. So who y'all got for the games today? I'm kind of pushing for a Bills and Washington Super Bowl, but you know that's not going to happen unless Patrick Mahomes' check didn't clear. And then if his check didn't clear, then maybe. But one can hope. So, but anyways, so I hate starting over again with nobody because now I have to redo everything. Before, I'd have about 30 or 40 people online right now, and they'd be asking me questions, and I'd be answering, and it'd be a true Q&A. But this is not really a Q&A because nobody's asking me any questions, and I'm just rambling like an idiot, which is what I do best. So, anyways, but it's beautiful. It's supposed to be up north, but nope. Yeah, I'm kind of hiding back in the back a little bit so I can smoke and not offend people because, everybody has issues now and again. I think one of my soon-to-be new rigs is coming. Or maybe he's over in the back side of the building. But yeah. So what's going on with you guys? All right, everything's great. Yay! It's not snowing in the south anymore, so it's a good day. Yay! I'll make up my viewers. It's not like the voices in my head don't talk to me every day anyways. All right, y'all. So, Living History event coming up in Mississippi on February 15th. We have a few other things going on around that time also. We will be doing some living history over at the USS Alabama. Living history maybe here in New Orleans at the Tattoo Museum. We'll see how that goes, see if it pans out. Got a few other little places that we're going to be going and doing a whole bunch of other stuff with too. So, but I'm going to try to stay on a little bit longer and see if anybody is going to come up and say, hey. Maybe not. Probably not. As a matter of fact, I can guarantee not. So, basically just being done for me right now. So, but that's all right. Hope you guys stick with this video if you happen to see it later on, and you guys hit that subscribe button. Get me some more followers. Share the heck out page and my page on Facebook, and heck out of this. So, but anyways, y'all, I'm gonna go jump on Facebook for a minute, see what's going on. I'll see you on in a little while. So remember, grasp the past.